श्री कृष्ण। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य म आणीस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधितेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। We are discussing about the three types of Atmas and how they can be one. They should be different from each other. So, the topic that we have taken has come here on page number 841, wherein the teacher is continuing the thought. Nacha mantuhu mantavve manana vyaparo shunyaha kalaha asti atma mananaya. When somebody is a manta, the thinker, why is thinker? Because he is associated with the faculty of thinking, the mind. So when the mind is functional, mind cannot think about the self. Mind will be always thinking about something other than the mind. Eyes cannot see the eyes. Eyes will be seeing something other than the eyes. Therefore, nacha mantuhu mantavve manana vyapara shunyaha kalaha asti. So whenever the eyes are open, they will be seeing the colors and form. They cannot become introvert. When the mind is functional, it will keep on thinking about the world. And therefore, there is not a single moment that the mind will have any time to think about the self. Yadapi lingena atmanam manute manta tadapi purvavad lingena mantavyaha atma yascha tasya manta तौ द्वौ प्रसज्येयाताम एक एव वा द्विधा इति पूर्वोक्त दोषः. Suppose we say that this Atma, who is the Manta, who is the thinker, because of the conditioning of the mind, his seer is one Atma, and to that Atma there is another seer. In this way, there will be a continuity of many Atmas seeing each other, and it is not possible. The beginning we have told that the Atma cannot be an object of knowledge, being the absolute subject. Therefore, na pratyakshena na api anumanena jnayate chet katham uchyate sa ma atmeti vidyat iti katham va shrota manta ityadi. Therefore, now here a peculiar question is raised by the Siddhanti, by the teacher. He said, therefore, Atma cannot be either known directly, lingena, directly pratyakshena, or anumanena, nor the Atma can be inferred. Because where there is pratyaksha praman, there only anuman praman functions. Because what is the direct perception and the inferential perception? Because of the direct perception, the inferences are established. Like the common example is given, the fire and the smoke association. Now a person who has never seen the fire in his life, how can he ever associate fire and the smoke together? Therefore, pratyaksha praman, direct perception, is necessary for the establishment of the inference, anumana praman. Therefore, he says, the Atma Tattva neither can be seen directly, nor can be, because it cannot be seen directly, it cannot be inferred. If this is so, Then why the Upanishads are telling that Sama Atmeti Vidyat? This is my Atma. In this manner one should know. How it is possible? Katham va Shrota Manta Ityadi. And therefore that Atma, how it can be called as the listener, hearer, etc. or thinker. Now, this Purva Pakshi is caught. Why is caught? That Atma cannot be known because he is not direct. Because he is not direct, he cannot be seen through the eyes or thought by the mind. And therefore, how the scriptures are telling, know this to be the Atma. Now which Atma? This means what? Therefore, Katham Shrota Manta Ityadi. So how can we accept the Atma to be the hearer, thinker, etc.? Now the Purva Pakshi says, Nanu Shrotrutwadi Dharmavan Atma Ashrotrutwadi cha Prasiddham Atmanaha Kimatra Vishamam Pashyasi. He said, what is the problem for you? I don't understand, sir. Now the student is confused. This is the beauty of the teacher. They confuse the student and then take him out. See, scriptures tell, Shrotrutwadi Dharmavan Atma. Atma is the having the attribute of hearer, smeller, taster, toucher, thinker, etc. And Ashrotrutwadi cha. And also he is without the conditioning of the thinking, hearing, etc. And this is already said in the scriptures. Then why are you confused? And what is the problem for you? I don't understand, sir. Now the teacher is telling, Yadyapi tava na vishamam tathapi mamatu vishamam pratibhati. It may not be a problem for you, but for me this is not acceptable. Why this is not acceptable? Yada asau shrota tadana manta. Yada manta tadana shrota. If somebody is a hearer, this Atma is a hearer, then he cannot be a thinker because he is conditioned with the faculty of Shravanam. So yada shrota tadana manta. And yada manta, and if he is thinking, tadana shrota. Because he is thinking something. This is how it happens. We sit in the class, we are thinking about something and we are not a hearer and the thought goes beyond. Tatraiva sati pakshe shrota manta pakshe na shrota nabi manta. And therefore, this your Atma is sometime he is shrota, sometime he is not shrota, sometime he is manta, sometime he is not manta. And the same thing can be understood with the reference to Vijnata, etc. Now, Yada evam tada shrotrutwadi dharmavan atma ashrotrutwadi dharmavan atma va iti samshaya sthane katham tavana vaishamyam. So now there is a problem here. What? Sometimes the Atma is with the Shrotru Dharma. Sometimes the Atma is without the Shrotru Dharma. Is it not a problem? So, Yada evam tada, this being so, Shrotrutwadi Dharmavan Atma, Ashrotrutwadi Dharmavan va. Now decide first of all whether the Atma is having the attributes of the hearer, thinker, etc., or he doesn't have the attributes. So, iti samshaya sthane katham tavana vaishamyam. How don't you see the contradiction? You are thinking, is like what? Yada devadatto gacchati tada na sthata. Ganta eva. When Devadatta is going, he is not staying. He is going only. He is a goer. And yada tishtati tada na ganta sthata eva. And if he is going, then he is not staying. He is not a sthata. Tada asya pakshe. In this condition, eva gantrutva sthatrutva cha. Then in this condition, these going or the not going, these are conditioned. See please, this word in paksha or pakshe is the clause. Under this condition, this is right. That means it is a conditional statement. It is not absolute. Na nityam gatrutvam sthatrutvam va tadvat. Therefore, For the Devadatta, there is no nitya, eternal goingness or eternal stayingness. Tadvat, in the same manner, this Atma is not the nitya hearer, nitya shrota or nitya manta. He becomes shrota when associated with the conditioning of hearing. He becomes manta when associated with the conditioning of the mind. Therefore, this is anitya. When it is anitya, how can you call it dharma? Can we say, sometimes the fire is hot, sometimes it is not hot? Either it is hot or it is not hot. It can't be both ways. Tatha eva atra kanadadayaha pashyanti. And the kanadas, they also say the same thing. What they say? Paksha praptena eva shrotrutvadina atma uchyate shrota manta ityadi vachanad. So the kanadaya, they say that paksha praptena eva, under certain conditions. What is the condition? When the Atma is associated with the Karnendriya, Shravanendriya, then he becomes Shrotru. And when associated with the Mananendriya, the mind, then he becomes Manta. So, Paksha Praptena Eva Shrotrutvadina Atma Uchyate Shrota. Then the Atma is called as Shrota, Manta, Ityadi. Therefore, Sanyogajatvam Ayaugapadyam cha jnanasya hi achakshate. Therefore, this Shrotra, Ashrota, Manta, etc. is under the condition. Which condition? When Atma is associated with the Karnendriya, then he is Shrota. So at the same time, he cannot be both. He cannot be Shrota as well as not Shrota, because it is conditional. Therefore, Ayaugapadyam. Ayaugapadyam means not simultaneously. So, either the Atma is associated with the Shravanendriya or he is not associated. You cannot say he is associated with the Shravanendriya and yet not associated. Therefore, it is darshayanti cha anyatra mana abhuvam na adarsham ityami yugapaj jnanam anutpattihi manasa lingamiti cha nyayam. And therefore, it is said, they quote the scripture that my mind went somewhere. Therefore, although I was in the class, I did not hear. That means, that time that Atma, Jivatma, was not the Shrota. He was only a thinker, a Manta. And in this manner, the Atma, what you are telling, that the Atma is both associated with the attributes of Shravana Ityadi and not associated with the attribute of Shravana Ityadi. Simultaneously, this is not possible. Now the student gets disgusted. Bhavatu evam, kim tava nashtam yadi evam syad. ठीक है, ऐसा है तो है. Now don't eat my head. So, bhavatu evam, let it be so. Kim tava nashtam. What are you losing unnecessarily eating that Atma's head? Kim tava nashtam yadi evam said, if this is so. Astu evam tava ishtam chet. Okay, it may be okay for you. Shrutyarthastu na sambhavati. But this is not the purpose for what the scriptures are talking. See, your understanding is not what is the scriptures are trying to tell you. So, shrutyarthastu na sambhavati. Kim? Na shrota mantra ityadi shrutyartha. So, the scriptures don't talk that the Atma is the shrota, manta, etc. The teacher says no. Na shrota, na manta ityadi vachanat. See, because the scriptures tell Atma is neither the hearer nor the listener or nor the thinker. But nanu pakshikatvena pratyuktam tvaya. But you have already discussed it and told me this is wrong. Pakshikatvena, conditioned. Under conditions, Atma is the Shrota, Manta, etc. You already told. Why are you again saying the same thing? No, it's not like that. Na. Nityam eva shrotrutwadi abhyupagamat. Now here there is a very subtle point, be attentive. Nahi shrotuhu shrutehe viparilopo vidyate ityadi shrutehe. the hearing of the Jivatma, with the conditioning of the ears is temporary, anitya. And the hearing of the Paramatma without the conditioning of the ears is eternal. See the difference? Both are hearing. Paramatma is also hearing and Jivatma is also hearing. But the hearing of the Jivatma is pakshikatvena, being conditional, it is anitya, it is temporary, it is not real. See how beautiful the whole topic is brought out. So, Jivatma also hears, Paramatma also hears. Be very attentive. You will just understand right away. Jivatma also hears, Paramatma also hears. Jivatma hears through the ears alone. Therefore, Jivatma cannot hear the silence. Paramatma hears through the ears as well as without the ears. And therefore, Paramatma hears both the sound as well as the silence. See how subtle point it is. So, Nityameva Shrotruttvadi Abhyupagamad. It is said in the scripture that the Paramatma is Nitya Shrotru. And that is why it is said, Nahi Shrotuhu Shrutehe Viparilopo Vidyate. Therefore, Shrotuhu, the eternal hearer, he will never become deaf. Because he is not hearing because of the ears. Now it is something like this. I know this is a pencil. Through the eyes, conditioning. And I know I am. Now, my recognition of my being, it is not a conditional recognition, it is eternal. And therefore, the knowledge of the knower is never denied. He is the eternal knowledge. The same thing. Nahi shrotuhu shrutehe viparilopo vidyate. Now when this is said, again the Purva Paksha takes up a topic. Evam tarri nityameva shrotruttvadi abhyupagame pratyaksha viruddha yugapa jnana utpatti ajnana abhava cha atmanaha kalpita syad taccha anishtamiti. So, if Atma is considered to be having the Nitya Shrotrutva, always he is hearing. There is never a time, there is never a conditioning under which he does not hear. If the Atma is Nitya Shrotrutva Yukta, then it is totally different, Pratyaksha Viruddha. So, Abhyupagame Pratyaksha Viruddha. Because the absence of the ignorance in the self and the knowledge about so many things simultaneously will not be possible. Like what it is something like this. If the Atma is Nitya Shrotrutva, so he is hearing everything continuously. And therefore, Ajnana abhavascha atmanaha kalpita syad. Then I don't know, this ignorance in the self will be considered as imaginary. And taccha anishtam iti. Don't we say that I don't know that? So where from that ignorance has come? So there will be no possibility of ignorance in the self, but Atma is also associated with the ignorance. Because the absence is known by the same Atma. Taccha anishtam. Now, when this is said, the teacher says, Na ubhaya dosha upapattihi. Both these dosha, what you are telling, they are not right. Because Atmanaha shrutyadi shrutrutvadi dharmavat dharmavatva shrutehe, because Atma is associated with the ability to hear without the conditioning, and the Jivatma is associated or is bestowed with the ability to hear only with the conditioning of the ears. This is what the scriptures have to say. And he gives example. Anityanam murtanam cha chakshuradinam drushyadi anityameva sanyoga viyoga dharminam yatha agnehe jvalanam trunadi sanyogatvat tadvat. Now, here example is given. Yatha agnehe jvalanam trunadi sanyogatvat. Like, when the fire is manifest, when it is associated with the fuel, truna, grass, etc. And then only the eyes will be able to see the manifest form. And therefore, this sanyoga viyoga dharmi murta. So eyes are the one who are sometimes seeing, sometimes not seeing. And murta, only the manifest, the eyes will be able to see. And therefore, the vision of the eyes is temporary. It is not permanent vision. See? Eyes can see only the manifest forms. And when the eyes are closed, they cannot see anything. But the Atma Tattva, being not conditioned by the conditioning of the eyes, are ever seeing everything. Natu nityasya amurtasya sanyoga viyoga dharminaha, but this Atma Tattva being nitya and amurtasya, without any form. Eyes can see only with the form of the eyes, only the form of the colors and forms, nothing else. They cannot go beyond it. But what is the Atma? Atma who is nityasya amurtasya sanyoga viyoga dharminaha, asanyoga viyoga, not sanyoga. Nityasya amurtasya asanyoga viyoga dharminaha sanyoja drishtya di nitya dharmatvam the anitya dharmatvam sambhavati. Therefore, this Atma Tattva, which is nitya, without any form and without any sanyoga, viyoga, dharma, rahita, viyoga, it is without that. And therefore, this Atma cannot be also associated with the conditioning of the eyes, where sanyoga, viyoga, association, disassociation is a constant thing. Now please understand, this sanyoga, viyoga is creating problem for us. See, eyes can see the colors and forms only when eyes come in contact with the colors and forms. If eyes cannot come in contact with colors and form, they cannot see, because eyes have got the form and there is a necessity that the eyes must come in contact with the colors and form, then only they can see. So both what is seen is with the form and the eyes are also with the form. And therefore connection between two things with the form is possible. Now that which is without form, like the space or the Atma Tattva, and therefore there is no possibility of sanyoga or viyoga in the formless reality. And therefore the vision of the Atma is nitya and the vision of the eyes is anitya. This is the meaning. I am sure now it is clear. And therefore this formless absolute reality can never be associated with the temporary vision through the association with the eyes. Now it is something like this, If you can understand both these things simultaneously, it will be very clear. Like, when the electrical energy is flowing through the element of the bulb, that time there are two things. One is the manifestation of the electrical energy, and second is the electrical energy also. Both the things are there. Therefore, In the same manner, Paramatma Tattva, eternally present, space-like, without any name and form, and when that eternally present, formless reality is functioning through the eyes as a vision, that time it becomes the seer, but this seer position of the Jivatma is temporary, it is not permanent. And therefore the vision of the Atma is eternal vision, and the vision through the eyes is temporary. Therefore, it is said, Tathacha Shruti nahi drashtuhu drustehe viparilopo vidyate. And that is why it is said that the vision of the seer is never lost. Now see, is it not true? He gives example, why should I tell? Is vidyate ityadya. Evam tarhi dve drushti chakshushaha anitya drushti and nitya cha atmanaha. The example which I gave you now. So there are two visions. One vision is a temporary vision which is gained through the eyes. And second is a permanent vision which is without the conditioning of the eyes. Tatha dvemati vijnati bahya abhavye abahye evam hi eva. Now the same thing is applicable. Mati. There are two types of minds. There are two types of vijnati, the knowers. Bahya and abhaya. So the vision is external vision, which is seeing outer things. And there is behind this external vision, there is the internal vision also. Tatha cha iyam shruti utpanna bhavati drashte drashta shrutehe shrota ityadi. Therefore, cha iyam shruti upapanna bhavati. And then only we can justify this shruti vakya. What? Like we have seen in our Kenopanishad, that shrotrasya shrotram, manaso manojat, vachoha vacha, sau pranasya pranaha. So he is the prana of the prana, he is the vision of the vision, he is the hearing of the hearer or the ears. In this manner, this Shruti becomes valid. Now, after giving this, he gives the worldly examples. These are very good examples. Loke bhi prasiddham chakshushaha timira agama payajoho nashta drushtir jata drushtihi iti chakshuhu drustehe anityatvam. When somebody has some kind of eye problem, some ophthalmologic problem, and there is some disease, and because of that his eyes have become blind. So what we say? Oh, his eyes he has lost his vision. And then again they do the operation. After operation, vision has come back. So this is the vision which is coming and going. He is not a temporary vision. And therefore, this is not a permanent vision, it is a temporary vision. Tathacha Shruti matyadinam atma drishtyadinam cha nityatvam prasiddhameva loke. And in the same manner, the other examples, whether the hearer and the temporary hearing or eternal hearing, etc., can be known. Now, vadati cha udhruta chakshuhu swapnedya maya bhrata drishta iti. Many times we hear that udhruta chakshuhu, he whose eyes were taken out or who has become blind, he says, tonight in the dream I have seen my brother. Arre, your eyes were taken out, how can you see the brother? So, swapnedya maya bhrata drishta tatha avagata badhirya. When we know somebody is definitely deaf, avagata badhirya, swapne shruto mantrodi ityadi. So today, tonight in a dream I have seen a lot of mantra, I have heard beautiful mantras, but he was deaf. Yadi chakshu sanyogaja eva atmana nitya drishtihi tannashe nashyeta. See, if the vision of the Atma is on account of the association with the conditioning of the eyes, hearing, etc., then by the destruction of these, the vision and the hearing should be totally gone, but it is not gone. Even the blind people see the dreams, and the deaf people also hear the music in the dream. So, tadodhruta chakshuhu swapne nilapitadi napashet. Then a person who doesn't have the eyes, he will never be able to see yellow, green, etc. in the dream. Nahi drashtuhu drushte ityadyacha shrutihi anupavanna syad. And then this shruti, very important, that the vision of the seer is never lost. And therefore, tat chakshuhu purusho yena sapne pashyati ityadya shruti cha. Therefore, what is the real meaning of the eyes? Eyes are those by which we see the dream, not the world. This is only a structure. So all the functional aspects are the real senses. And the functional aspect is manifested through the structure. That is why it is said in Yoga Shastra that our whole body is permeated with all the faculties. And we all know this Pancha Jnanendriyas giving the experience of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Behind them there is one mind. Minds are not five. Because it is in the mind alone all the faculties are. And therefore the structural eye present or not, it makes no difference. And in this manner, the Shruti or the Drishti of the Atma Tattva is never lost. Now, Nitya Atmano Drishti Bahya Anitya Drishtehe Grahika. Now the next step the teacher is telling. This Nitya Drishti of the Atma is able to function through the Anitya Drishti of the structure eye. Nitya Atmano Drishti Bahya Anitya Drishtehe Grahika. So, what is the Atma Drishti then? Atma Drishti is inside, and the Bahya Drishti is only through the structure of the eye. So, Nitya Atmano Drishti Bahya Anitya Drishtehe Grahika. Then Bahya Drishtehe cha Upajana Payadi Anitya Dharmavatvad Tad grahikayaha atma drushtehe tadvad eva bhasatvam anityatwadi bhranti nimittam lokasya iti yuktam. Now what happens? Because this nitya atma drishti is associated with the external bahya drishti also, and when the bahya drishti is gone, people through mistake and bhranti, delusion, imagine that the drishti of the Atma is also temporary, it is not permanent. Tatha yatha brahmanadi dharmavat alatadi vastu vishaya drishti api brahmativa tadvat. Like, you know, when you are taking what you call a torch, and or a fuljadi, and you move it like that. So there is a vision. Now that vision is not the real one, although it appears to be. So it is as if it is. In the same manner, tathacha dhyayativa lelayativa iti. And therefore what is said, Atma is as if thinking through the mind, as if he is moving through the senses, etc. That means actually not, but only as if. Tasmat atma drushtehe nityatvat na yogapadyam ayogopadyam va asti. Therefore, this atma drishti being eternal, it has nothing to do association with the sense organ structure or not association with the structures of the sense organ. And therefore, this problem is not there. How can one person simultaneously know everything or not? These problems do not arise in the Atma Drishti because it is Nitya, eternal. Now, Bahya Anitya Drishti Upadhi Vashattu Lokasya Tarkikanam cha Agama Sampradaya Varjitatvad Anitya Atmano Drishtihi iti Bhranti Rupa Upapanna Eva. Here Bhagavan says, Bahya anitya drushti upadhi vashat lokasya. Now people are all the time associated with the external conditioning of the eyes, etc. And because of this Tarkikanamcha and those who are logicians, Agama Sampradaya Varjitatvat, they have never studied the scriptures. And therefore Anitya Atmano Drushti iti Bhranti Rupa Upapanna eva. And therefore they say the Atma's Drushti, it is temporary, it is not permanent, because when the eyes are gone, one becomes blind. Therefore Atma also becomes blind. This is how, because they have not studied the scripture, what they think is right, because it is ignorance only. If this is understood, now the original question he takes. Jiva Ishvara Paramatma Bheda Kalpana cha etan nimittam eva. And therefore this three Atme that you have spoken of in the beginning, Jivatma, Ishvara and the Paramatma, this Bheda in this three Atma is like this. Now see how it is. Paramatma with the Upadhi of Maya is called as Ishvara. Paramatma with the Upadhi of the Panchakoshas or the Antakaran is called as Jivatma. Now, is this Maya or the Pancha Mahabhutas or the Antakarana independent of Paramatma? No. Maya does not have independent existence. Brahmashraya Maya. So if this Paramatma, who is with the conditioning of Maya, has become Ishvara, and the Maya has created all these things, but the Maya cannot remain independent of Paramatma, then how can anything be separate from Paramatma? Therefore, the difference between Paramatma, Ishvara and Jiva is only because we have not studied the scriptures, and therefore Agama Sampradaya Varjitatvat. Tathacha Sati, this being so. Now here is a very beautiful statement the teacher says, very subtle. Tathacha Sati Nasti Tathacha Sati Asti, Asti I have not read. Tathacha Sati Asti Nasti Ityadyascha Yavantaha Vang Manasayoho Bheda Yatra Ekam Bhavanti. Now be very attentive. Yatra Asti Nasti Ityadya Bhedascha. Pencil is Asti Pratyay. And when the pencil is removed, now what is? Pencil is not. Where this knowledge is, there both the presence of the object and the absence of the object have become one. See? Asti nasti pratyay. The perception of presence and absence becomes one in that. And therefore, Atma cannot be called even as a Sat. See, when you happen to read sometime Amrita Anubhav of Santa Gyaneshwar, there he takes away all your supports. He says this Satchidananda is the biggest bluff ever given in the world. Mera Satta Chitta Ananda Rupa Koi Koi Jane Re. Everything is taken away. Because when you say Atma is Sat, that means is there anything other than Atma which is Asat? No, then why do you call it Sat? See? Atma is Chit, consciousness. Is there anything other than consciousness like Sat? No. So if consciousness alone is there, then what is the need of calling it as consciousness? You call it consciousness because you have in view the inertness. When you say this is first child, means what? There is a second child also. When you say, I have got one military brigadier said this thing. I have got two daughters and both of them are girls. He did not understand what he was talking. And very seriously he was telling, And at such time I have to keep quiet. Acha. This is how our tragedy is, you know. So, tatha cha sati asti nasti ityadyascha yavantaha vang manasayoho bheda. So, something is not. This is only vang manasayoho bhedaha. These are only valid as long as the mind and the speech is functional. Yatra ekam bhavanti. So, everything in this world is recognized either as is or as not is. Now, whether it exists or it doesn't exist, where it is known, there the existence and non-existence merge into one. And therefore, you can call Atma as both exists and non-exists, or na tat sat, na tat asad uchyate. See the beauty of it. Now, is it not? We talk of light and darkness. So, light and darkness, they are opposite to each other. Where light is, darkness cannot be. Where darkness, light cannot be. When you go to sun, and you tell the sun that your light is creating havoc for the darkness, so the sun will say, I don't know what darkness is. You don't know darkness. Darkness is opposite of light. Sun will not know what light is. Therefore, sunlight is dark. When the sunlight is traveling through millions of miles in the space, where there is no reflecting media, there is pitch darkness. Had sunlight had the light, everything would have been illumined. It is not. Sunlight is dark light. Every light is dark light. Now see, the light coming from the tube light to me. So when the light is falling on my face, what you are seeing is only the reflected light, not the actual light. See how simple it is. Simple, it's more complicated. यथा च अस्ति नास्ति इत्याद्याश्च यावन्तो वांग मनसयोः भेदा यत्र एकम भवन्ति तद विषयायाः नित्यायाः दृष्टेः निर्विशेषयायाः. Now here of such a nitya drishti, which is nirvishesha, which is unconditional vision, about that drishti, if somebody talks, what somebody talks? Asti nasti ekam nana gunavat agunam janati na janati kriyavat akriyam phalavat aphalam sabijam nirbijam sukham dukkham madhyam madhyam amadhyam shunyam ashunyam paroham anyam iti va सर्व वाक प्रत्यय गोचरे स्वरूपे यो विकल्पयितुम इच्छति स नूनम खम अपि चर्मवद वेष्टयितुम इच्छति सोपान इव च पद्भ्याम आरूढ़ुम जले खेच मीनानाम वैसम च पदम दिदृक्षते. Such beautiful thing Bhagavan Shankara writes. He says, in such a non-dual reality, where all the differences merge into one whole, in that, when somebody talks like the opposites, asti, nasti, one and ekam nana, one and many, gunavat and agunam, with attributes, without attributes, janati, na janati, knows, knows not, kriyavat, akriyam, with activity, without activity, phalavat, aphalam, with the result, without the result, sabijam, nirbijam, with the seed, without the seed, sukham, dukkham, joy, sorrows, madhyam, amadhyam, with the center, without the center, shunyam, ashunyam, with the void and without the void, paraha, aham, anya, iti va, I, you or other, in this manner, sarva vak pratyaya gochare swarupe yo vikalpayitum ichchati. So he who is trying to imagine all this duality in, and which is the duality? Vak pratyaya gochara. So vak pratyaya agochare swarupe. These are words to be broken like this. Sarva vak pratyaya agochare swarupe. So that Swarupa which cannot be comprehended by the speech or the mind, in that supreme reality, in the self, yaha all these things vikalpayitum ichchati. What he is doing? Saha nunam kham api charmavad veshtayitum ichchati. He is trying to roll the sky like a skin. Like these earlier days the Mahatmas used to sit on the animal skin. So when they have to go from one place to another place, they will take that skin and roll it and put it in their arm, pit and walk. So the attempt to see the duality in the non-dual reality is something like a person trying to roll the sky and walk away. No, walk away. And keeping that roll of the sky and make steps on that and start climbing. See? Charmavat veshtetum ichchati sopan ivacha padhyam arodhum. And by that he wants to climb it like the staircase. Or jale khecha, or either in the waters or in the sky, minanam vayasam cha padam didrukshate. So they want to see the footprints of the fish in the water or the birds in the sky. That is why neti neti yato vacho nivartanti ityadi shrutibhyascha. That is why all the discussion, description, talk about the Paramatma is always in the language of negation, negation, negation. That is why in our Kenuparishad we have seen Anya Devatar Viditat Atha Aviditat Adhi. So the Paramatma is neither the known nor the unknown. It is other than the known and the unknown. Then find out what it is. Ityadi mantra varnad. To neti neti yato vacho nivartanti ityadi shrutibhya ko andha veda. Who can know this Paramatma directly? Ityadi mantra varnad. Now, this Purva Pakshi is getting frustrated and asking a question. Katham tari tasya sama atma iti vedanam. Then how do I know that atma, what you have been talking about? Katham tari tasya same atma iti vedanam. Bruhi kena prakarena tam aham sa me atma iti vidyam. Now you please tell, you are wise. Okay, tell me, how should I know that is my atma? Now, Siddhanti, he says, Atra akhyayikam achakshate. I remember one story, How beautifully he gives such a good kick to this fellow. He says, I remember one story. What happened? Kaschit kila manushaha mugdaha kaschit uktaha kasminchit aprade sati dhiktvam nasi manushayati. There was one person, he did something wrong. Because he was fool or whatever it is, and therefore he was condemned by the other person. Ditvam nasi manushyeti. You are not a human being. When this was told to him, now this foolish fellow, sa mugdhataya atmanaha manushyatam pratyayitum kanchit upetyaha. So when he was told that you are not a human being, so he said, my God, I am not a human being. Know what to do. So he went to another man. Mugdhataya, under the influence of that foolishness. Now he told me that I am not a human being, then who am I? So atmanaha manushyatam pratyayitum. So to find out himself to be a human being, pratyayit, kanchit upetya, he approached somebody and aha, and said to him, Bravitu bhavan koham asmiti. Will you please tell me who am I? Sa tasya mugdhatam jnatva aha. Now that man, he knew, oh, this fellow is probably frustrated. Somebody must have said something to him. Therefore he is saying like that. So, tasya mugdhatam jnatva, his frustrated condition understood. Like when you come across the depressed people, you have to be very, very careful. What time they will bounce on you and put everything on you, you don't know. So, sa tasya mugdatam jnatva kramena bodhishyami iti. Okay, I shall tell you step by step, okay? Don't worry. You want to know who you are? I'll tell you. Step by step. kramena bodhayishyami iti. Then sthavaradi atma bhavam apohya. Then he was told, look here, this paperweight you are not. Are you paperweight? No, you are not. Then the wall, you are not. Then the trees see around there, you are not that tree. So sthavaradi atma bhavam apohya. So he was told all that can be told, that you are not this, you are not this, you are not this. Apohya na tvam amanushya. And therefore you are not a non-human being. Then iti uktva upararama. And having said this thing, he kept quiet. Now, sa tam mugdaha pratyaha. So that mugdaha tam pratyaha, now to that teacher, this foolish fellow again said, Bhavan mam bodhayitum pravruttaha tushnim babhuva kim na bodhayiti iti. So you started telling me who am I, and why don't you tell me? You have stopped halfway. Now the teacher says, Tadruk eva bhavataha vachanam. You are like that man. See how beautiful it is. You know, this kind of reply, I'll tell you what it means. Once, I had a very interesting lecture in Ahmedabad Management Association about the skills in time management to make life meaningful. This was the topic. And after my lecture was over, 75 minutes, 74 minutes, question answers. And people write the paper, questions and give to me. And somebody collects and gives. So one person says, Swamiji, there is a question. So without looking at that question, I told, is he asking question about my dadi? He says, Swamiji, how do you know that? I said, from the paper it looks a dadi paper. He said, exactly the same question. I said, give me that. And the question was, Swamiji, your beard is white and your hair are black. Why? Now imagine the topic I spoke was time management skills. This is the reply. This is the question. Do you know what reply I gave? I told you. I said, have you watched the cobbler sitting on the roadside? They look only at the shoes of the people. They never look at the face. Have you seen the tailors? The other day I was somewhere in Goa. One person came. He said, Swamiji, where did you stitch this? I said, are you a tailor or what? He said, yes, Swamiji. How do you know? I said, naturally, anybody asking question about stitching has to be a tailor. I said, in the same manner, you are asking me question about my hair and dadi. Are you a? I left dash, dash, dash. The public said, barber. See? So, satam mugdaha pratyaha bhavan mam bodhayitum pravruttaha tushnim babhuva kim na bodhayiti iti. Why don't you tell me? Tadrugeva bhavataha vachanam. This is how you are talking. Now, na asya amanushya iti ukte api. When he was told that you are not a non-human being, iti ukte api, manushyatvam atmanaha na pratipadyate. And yet he is not able to recognize that he is a human being. Yaha sa katham manusya asi iti uktopi manushyatvam atmana pratipadyate. Such a person, how will he ever understand if he is directly told that you are the human being? Tasmad yatha shastropadesha eva atmabodha vidhir nyayaha. And therefore, to recognize the Atma Tattva, you have to take the refuge in the scriptures as nahi agnehe dahyam trunadi annena kenachit dagdhum shakyam. Like the burning things cannot be burned without the fire. In the same manner, the self cannot be recognized without the help of the scriptural instruction. This is the meaning. Ata eva shastram atma swarupam bodhayitum pravutta Therefore, here also in this Upanishad, Shastram Atmaswarupam Bodhayitum Pravrittam Sad Amanushyattva Pratishedhena eva neti niti iti uktva upararama. In the same manner, the Shastra started talking about the Atma and started telling this is not Atma, this is not Atma, this is not Atma, and Parishesha Snayana, whatever remains is the Atma. Here, like in this example, when the Mugdha, the fool, was told, you are not a non-human being. So what the person said, that you are a human being. Iti yuktva tatha antaram abhahyam ayam atma brahma sarvanubhuhu ityanuशासनम. And this is how in the other scriptures like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, etc., it is said that the Atma is without the in and out. Therefore, this Atma is the self of all the beings. And then in Chandogya it is said, Tattvamasi yatra tu asya sarva atma eva abhuta tatkena kampashet. He who has come to realize that he himself is the self everywhere, who will be the seer and who will be the seen? Ityadi evam api cha. And in this manner, this is how we see many sentences in the scripture where the truth is revealed. Yavad ayam eva yathoktam imam atmanam naveti tavad ayam bahya anitya drishti lakshanam upadhim atmanam atmatvena upetya avidya upadhi dharman atmanaha manyamana brahmadi stamba paryanteshu devatirjang narasthaneshu punaha punaha avartamanaha avidya kama karma vashad samsarati. And therefore this jiva, as long as he is associated with the bahya anitya drishti, as long as he is accepting the conditioning to be the real, and therefore modification of the conditioning to be the real, then avidya upadhi dharman atmanaha manyamana. Therefore, when the body is fat, I am fat. When the body is old, I am old. In this manner, when he starts living, Brahmadi stamba paryanteshu, starting from Brahmaji up to the pillar, everywhere, punaha punaha avartamanaha, again and again he is born, and avidya kama karma vashat samsarati. And therefore, avidya kama karma, this is the Hrudaya Granthi. Because of this, the jiva keeps on moving again and again. Sa evam samsaran upatta dehendriya sanghatam tyajati. And in this manner, he gives one body, goes through many experiences, leaves that body, takes up another body, tyaktva anyam upadatte, and evam punaha punaha eva nadi strotravad janma marna pratibandha avichedena vartamanaha. And in this manner, like the continuous flow of the river, he is again and again being born and leaves the body, avichedena vartamanaha. And actually he is a continuous existence, vartamanaha, kabihi avastabihi, under certain conditions, we vartati iti etad artham darshayan aha shruti vairagya hetoho. So what is said, the jivatma is a continuous thing. There is no breach. Changing is only the conditionings are dropped. Jivatma is continuous. And this Jivatma is going through so many tortures only because he has misidentified with the gross body, etc. Therefore, the further story is darshayanti aha shruti vairagya hetoho. Now subsequent, there will be the three births of the Atma. The three births are so terrible births that after going through those births, one definitely get a disgust. My God, I have to get out of it. And when we have this passion for the world and the worldly things and worldly relations, then only the truth is revealed. And for that purpose, this second chapter begins. What is the secret of the human birth? What it means? What is the meaning of birth and death, and what it should be understood? This is the most wonderful topic. We'll start in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।